Just two left, but they're biggies. Thank you all for being here this afternoon for the final, the 34th and final concert of the Complete Bach Organ Works series. So the two works that we have remaining are first the Canonic variations on Vom Himmel Hoch, a really important piece in Bach's output for a few reasons. First of all, he wrote this piece in the mid-1740s, the last decade of his life, and this is not a period where he was writing a lot of organ music. And so it's actually likely to be the last large organ work that he wrote. So these pieces, I feel like I could either talk about them not at all or for an hour, and there's no in between. And so I'm going to lean towards the not at all side. I recommend that you go and read about these pieces because they're so wildly complex. And the reason for that is that Bach wrote this piece to be accepted into a society to promote the musical sciences. And so Bach was really showing off his technique as it relates to canons. Two things I want to say before I play them. First of all, the canons, they get to be less and less audible. So by the end of the piece, if you can follow the canons, then you really have quite an incredible ear, I think. To me, they are kind of like Augenmusik, which is the word for eye music. It's music that's meant to be looked at to appreciate all of the artifice in it. The second thing I want to point out is that when Bach wrote this piece, he wrote them in one order, the variations are in a certain order, but then he revised the piece and changed the order of the variations. I am actually, perhaps controversially, going to use the original ordering and not the revised one, because I think the piece is much more effective in that original order of variations. Thank you. Last up, the Passacaglia. This is the piece that my teacher at Juilliard wrapped up complete Bach with. And I was talking to my friend James Goldrick a few weeks ago, and he was like, "What are you ending with, the Passacaglia?" And I said, "Yeah, how did you know?" He's like, "I don't know, it just feels right." And I agree with that. It's hard to think of a better piece to conclude the series with. So a Passacaglia is a set of variations on a repeating bass line. And what's so brilliant about this one is that then there's the fugue. And the fugue is a double fugue, meaning it has two primary themes, and those two primary themes are the first and second half of the Passacaglia ground bass. So it was designed to be able to fold over on itself, and Bach demonstrates this throughout the fugue. So now I have some thank yous. First of all, Ruth Scher, would you please come up here? So when I started this series, I did not think that there would be anyone who came to all 34 concerts, except for me. And even less did I think that that person would be a sixth grader? Eighth grader, excuse me. But she did, and she is. Ruth Scher is one of the Trinity choristers, so she has to see me for another hour and a half later every Wednesday. And she has not missed a single concert. And so I'm very grateful to Ruth, and I'm also very grateful to Ruth's family, because sometimes mom came along and sometimes dad came along, and sometimes there was an emergency and a cousin suddenly had to take Ruth to the Bach recital. So I have a couple of Bach-themed gifts. One of them was delayed, but this one is here on time. Yeah, of course. Second, thanks to all of you for coming on this journey. I think we've hit 1,900 people throughout the entire series, which is just thrilling to me. I did not think that that was ever going to happen. So thank you for coming every week and listening to 30 minutes of Bach. And last, I need to thank my wife, Marilyn, for putting up with this project. Not only did she put up with it, but she was just incredibly supportive, even though it made me far less fun and far less useful around the house, if you can believe that I had more to sink. But I did, because I spent so many hours and evenings at the organ. So thank you, Marilyn, for being so supportive. Now, there is a reception after the concert, so please head on over to Morrison after the Passacaglia. Amen.